Today I'm meeting with one of my preferred lenders to talk about First Home Illinois credit requirements. You don't want to miss this one. We are starting right now. If this is your first time visiting my channel, my name is Carrie Jonicus and I'm a realtor in Chicago's southwest suburbs. Please consider hitting the subscribe button down below and the notification bell to be notified of any new videos that I post. I post new videos every Monday and I wouldn't want you to miss out. I'm here with one of my preferred lenders today, Glen Marino, and we are talking about First Home Illinois credit requirements. But first, Glen, can you tell us a little bit about your company, who you're with, and a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm Glen Marino. I'm the branch manager of First Centennial Mortgage in beautiful downtown Naperville. And we have been working with the First Home Illinois program for many years. The credit requirements are the same that they have for this new program that just came out in February of 2018. So the First Home Illinois is a grant of around $7,500, and it was designed for first-time home buyers, and it was in certain counties, approximately 8 counties. The program itself has now been restricted as of January 1st to about 4 counties, Cook being the main county, and then there's some other ancillary counties, but it's not the collar counties. And so the IDA program, Illinois Housing Development Authority, they came out in February of 2018 with the replacement program. It's a $6,000 program, a $7,500 program, and a $10,000 program. So let's talk about each of those. The $6,000 program is a grant. It is, if you meet the credit requirements that we talked about, 640 is the minimum credit score, 640 or better. Then you must have household income. That means husband, wife, and anybody 18 years or older must make income of $101,520 or less. They then get green light, and they can have access to this $6,000 program to begin with, a forgivable grant. It's not a loan, it's a grant, and then it's forgiven over 10 years. 10 years is 120 payments, 120th is forgiven every month. Okay, great. The second program that they came out with was a $7,500 zero interest loan. I call it the crazy good program. It's crazy good in this sense. Here's $7,500. You met both credit and income. Here's $7,500. It's zero interest. Go out and buy your home with Carrie. And there's no monthly payments for up to 30 years or whenever you sell the house. So again, here's $7,500. Go buy your home, and when you sell the house 20 years down the road, pay us back the $7,500. So it's just a great program. People will be like, oh my God, you're gonna give me $7,500, I don't have to give it back to you until I sell the house? That's the program. The third program, and it's probably one of my favorites, is the $10,000 program. Very similar to the $7,500, except that it's a zero interest loan, except that there is a monthly principal only payment of $83.33. So I'm talking to people, I say, well, if you were to go out with your significant other, and you were to take them out for a glass of wine and a nice meal, what would it cost you on the weekend? And they said, well, it could cost me $60 or $80 or $100 depending upon where we go. I said, well, tell you what, could you give up one meal a month and I give you $10,000 and you go buy a house? And they go, deal, let's go out shopping.
Sounds easy to me.
So a lot of these, the programs are designed to help not only first-time home buyers, but it's also designed to help anybody who's an existing homeowner. And we kind of also have helped people understand that the program can actually help them buy a home for as little, Carrie, as 1% of the purchase price. So, when we tell people 1%, they shake their head and go, well, how is it possible?
Right.
And what we do is we break it down into 3 buckets of cash. We say every real estate transaction needs a down payment bucket. Bucket number 2 has to be your closing costs, and bucket number 3 is your escrows. So again, if they meet the credit score of 640 or better, if they make less than $101,520, the only requirement these people have is they must come up with 1% of the purchase price out of their own funds. So let's use an example, $200,000 home. Well, 1% of $200,000 is $2,000. So let's go to bucket number 1. Bucket number 1 is your down payment. So it's 3.5% is the down payment. 3.5% on $200,000 is $7,000. Well, who pays it? Well, if they have the $7,000, great. But if they don't, we need at least 1%. $2,000 can be their funds for the $7,000 down payment. And now we go into that $10,000 down payment bucket from the state of Illinois, and we'll use $5,000 of it for their down payment bucket. 5 and 2 is $7,000. They've got all the money they need, put a check mark, and the down payment bucket is filled. Second bucket, closing costs. That's $5,000 typically on most purchase transactions. Well, again, they say, well, Glenn, I didn't have money for the down payment. I definitely don't have enough money for that $5,000 of closing costs. Well, again, look at that $10,000 bucket, of down payment assistance from the state of Illinois. We only used $5,000 when we went for that down payment. Now we still got $5,000 still remaining in the down payment assistance funds. We use that for the closing costs. Customer comes up with nothing. The state of Illinois pays the whole $5,000. Go to the third bucket, and that's going to be your escrows. Well, in the state of Illinois, we pay our real estate taxes a year behind. So our taxes in 2019 won't get paid until the year 2020. So if you and I have a closing, if somebody's closing on May 31st, who's lived in the house for the first 5 months? Well, it's the seller. The seller is going to have to give our client 5 months of real estate taxes as a credit at the closing for having lived in the house for the first 5 months of 2019. So let's summarize. The escrows are zero to our customer because of this seller tax credit. The second bucket, closing costs, that $5,000 was all paid by the state of Illinois and zero to our customer. The first bucket was down payment was $7,000, and they only put in $2,000, and the state of Illinois put in the remaining $5,000. So when we look at it, somebody just bought a $200,000 home for $2,000.
That's incredible.
It's a great deal.
It really is.
And thank you for doing this and putting out this educational video, because when we talk to people, in general, they don't know that the down payment assistance programs are out there, and they don't realize how they can use the down payment to really purchase a home for as little as $2,000, or they can stay rent in their mind. Renting is easy. Okay, I got to come up with the first month's rent and security deposit. But when I say, well, your first month rent is what, $1,500, and your security deposit's $50, you're giving $3,000 to a landlord, or you can go shopping with Carrie and only come up with $2,000. Pretty great deal.
And it's a no-brainer for me.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, once we get them pre-approved, how can they get a hold of you to go shopping?
They can call me. You can reach me on my cell phone at 708-268-0462. And Glenn, how can they reach you?
Get pre-approved by calling me at area code 630-983-3604, and my email is g.marino@gofcm.com.
Great. Well, thank you so much for all of your valuable information and for joining me today, Glenn. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you maybe next time.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Have a great day.
Thank you. You can also take a look at other videos that I have done by clicking up here. Or you can take a look at YouTube's recommended videos by clicking down here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.